I just don't see how Carolina can match up against this Duke team on Saturday.
I agree with you. And the one thing in Carolina's favor to touch on real quick is that desperation where it's like, okay, beat Duke, you're in the tournament. You're fighting for your tournament lives. Yes, there's a nice 6-game win streak, but not a single one of those wins is a quality win. Not a single one. So you've done well so far, but it's still that desperation mode of we need this win to get in the tournament. And the problem with that is this isn't a Duke team with a lot of holes, like you just said, because even the Paolo year, the Zion year, there was always like certain weaknesses to point to within the team dynamic as a whole with Duke. And it's like, oh, exploit that, you can beat them. The team this year for Duke is as close to unbeatable as I've seen.
Look, I agree this is a different Carolina team at this point. I think they're playing their best basketball right now. There's no doubt about that. And the key for Carolina is, I think we touched on it in the last matchup where, dude, Carolina's got to shoot 45, 50% from three, somehow, some way get Cooper Flagg into foul trouble, and they just got to push the pace and play just ridiculously fast basketball, because I don't see another way. This Carolina team is built to play high tempo, fast paced offense, shoot a lot of threes, even though they don't have a ton of elite shooters. But that's how they're designed to play when you're that small. And when you're going up against a team like Duke, that is their only chance at beating them. Only chance.
But that's the point I want to push back on is, well, I'll ask this first. How much do you take away from the first matchup? Because in my eyes, this is an almost completely different Carolina rotation. You look at the first matchup, Withers played 12 minutes. He was a non-factor. Drake Powell only played 20 minutes. He didn't get much of his points until garbage time. They started Seth freaking Trimble at the 4 and guarded Cooper Flagg. This rotation, this dynamic is completely different from that. So I feel like there's not too much you can take away from the Carolina side, right?
Yes and no. Yes, it's the overwhelming size that those guards had to deal with. That's what I'm really watching for. But when a guy like RJ Davis, who's 6 foot, being generous.
On a good day, yeah.
On a good day. Elliot Cadeau, 5'10".
No, he's a little taller. I give him
5'11".
I give him 6'1", 6'2". Come on.
6'5", for sure. Okay, let's do that. But those two guys, I mean, when they're, and Ian Jackson as well, like, they're going against dudes who are 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", 6'6". Like, they are so much more taller and more athletic than them. And we saw how much that the guards just had trouble getting by. And then the second they get by, then you're going into Kaman Malawach or Cooper Flagg. It's just a tough matchup, and I know this Carolina team's playing a lot better. The rotations are different. Withers has been playing super well as of recent. I just don't know how much that matters against this Duke team.